Fear has been living in your body for a very long time. Perhaps you feel it in the tightness across your shoulders, the shallow breath that never quite fills your lungs, the knot in your stomach that greets you each morning before your eyes fully open. This fear has become so familiar that you might not even recognize it anymore. It has woven itself into the fabric of your days, whispering that you must stay alert, stay protected, stay small. But today, right now, in this very moment, you have the opportunity to choose something different. You have the opportunity to release what has been weighing you down and to rest, truly rest, in the presence of love. I want you to know that the fear you carry is not your fault. You did not create it deliberately, and you are not weak for feeling it. Fear arrived in your life as a response to the world around you, as a way of trying to keep you safe when safety felt uncertain. Perhaps it came when you were very young, before you had words to understand what was happening. Perhaps it arrived during a moment of loss, of disappointment, of betrayal. Or perhaps it simply accumulated over time, layer upon layer, until you forgot what it felt like to move through the world without bracing yourself against the next difficulty. Whatever the origin, fear has done what it believed was necessary. It has tried in its own way to protect you, but protection that never releases its grip becomes a prison, and you are ready now to open the door. The beautiful truth, the truth that changes everything, is that fear is not who you are. It is not woven into your essence. It is not the foundation upon which you are built. Fear is a learned pattern, a collection of thoughts and beliefs that you absorbed from the world around you. When you were small, you watched the adults in your life and learned what to be afraid of. You heard their worried voices saying, or their anxious faces, felt their tension in the air like static electricity before a storm. You learned that the world might not be safe, that people might leave, that you might not be enough. These beliefs settled into your mind like sediment at the bottom of a river, and over time they hardened into something that felt like truth. But just because something feels true does not mean it is true. Just because you have believed something for decades does not mean you must continue believing it for one more day. Every thought you think is a choice, even when it does not feel like a choice. The thoughts that run through your mind, the stories you tell yourself about who you are and what is possible for you, these are patterns you can change. I know this might sound too simple, too easy, and perhaps part of you is resisting right now. Part of you is saying that your fear is different, that your circumstances are unique, that you have real reasons to be afraid. And yes, life presents challenges. Life includes disappointment and change and uncertainty. But the fear that lives in your body, the fear that wakes you at 3 a.m. and follows you through your day, that fear is not protecting you from those challenges. It is only making you live them twice, once in your imagination and once in reality. And often the imagined version is far more painful than anything that actually occurs. So let us begin with the body, because the body holds what the mind cannot always see. Your body has been carrying fear in ways you might not fully recognize. It has been storing tension in your jaw, clenching muscles you did not even know you had, creating tightness in your chest that makes each breath feel like effort. The body remembers what the mind forgets. It remembers the moment you learned you had to be perfect to be loved. It remembers the day someone's anger made you feel small. It remembers every time you pushed down your truth, swallowed your words, made yourself less to make someone else comfortable. And it has been holding all of this faithfully, waiting for you to finally turn toward it with kindness and say, you can let go now. You can release what you have been carrying. I am here and I am listening. Take a moment right now and bring your awareness to your shoulders. Notice if they are raised, if they are tight, if they have been braced against some invisible threat. Without forcing anything, without making it wrong, simply notice. And now, if you are willing, take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, let your shoulders drop just a little. Let them soften. Let them release even 1 degree of the tension they have been holding. Feel what that is like. Feel the small shift that occurs when you give your body permission to let go. This is not about fixing yourself or forcing relaxation. This is about creating a conversation with your body, about saying, I see you, I feel you, and I am willing to release what we no longer need to carry. Now bring your awareness to your chest, to the space around your heart. For many of us, this is where fear lives most intensely. The heart has been protected, guarded, surrounded by walls we built to keep pain away. But those same walls also keep love away. They keep joy away. They keep connection away. Notice what I'll feel in your chest right now. Is there tightness, heaviness, a sense of constriction, or perhaps numbness, a feeling of disconnection from that part of yourself? Whatever you find, it is perfect. It is simply information. It is your body showing you where fear has made its home and where love is waiting to return. Beneath every layer of fear, beneath every anxious thought and every tense muscle, there is love. This is the truth that fear does not want you to remember. Love is not something you must earn or achieve or become worthy of. Love is what you are made of. It is your original nature, the essence that was present before fear arrived, and it will remain long after fear has dissolved. When you were born, you did not arrive afraid. You arrived open, trusting, ready to receive. You knew, without words or concepts, that you belonged here. You knew that you were loved simply because you existed. And then the world began to teach you otherwise. The world began to suggest that love was conditional, that safety was uncertain, that you needed to be different than you were. But those teachings were never the truth. They were simply the fears of others, passed down like heirlooms nobody wanted but everyone kept accepting. You have the power to break that cycle right now. You have the power to say, I release what I was taught about my unworthiness. I release the belief that I must be afraid to be safe. I release the idea that love is something outside of me that I must chase or convince or beg for. Love is not outside of you. It is not waiting for you to become better or healed or perfect. Love is the ground beneath your feet right now. It is the breath moving through your body. It is the force that keeps your heart beating without you having to think about it. Love is the intelligence that heals your cuts and grows your hair and orchestrates the magnificent symphony of your cells working together in harmony. You are, at this very moment, being held by love. You are resting in love's presence whether you feel it or not. The practice, then, is not to create love or find love or attract love. The practice is to remove the barriers you have built between yourself and the love that is always present. And the first barrier, the one that stands tallest and strongest, is fear. Fear tells you that you must stay vigilant, that you must control outcomes, that you must protect yourself from potential pain. It tells you that if you relax, if you soften, if you trust, something terrible will happen. But this is fear's lie. The truth is that you can be open and still be safe. You can be vulnerable and still be protected. You can release your grip on control and discover that you are held by something far more reliable than your own anxious management of life. Safety is not something the world gives to you. Safety is something you cultivate within yourself. I know this might sound backwards, especially if you have been waiting for circumstances to change before you allow yourself to feel safe. Perhaps you have been thinking, I will feel safe when I have more money, when I find the right relationship, when my health improves, when the world becomes less chaotic. But if you wait for external conditions to provide your sense of safety, you will be waiting forever, because the external world is always changing. There will always be something to worry about, something to fear, something that could go wrong. The practice of softening into safety is the practice of turning inward and saying, even in the midst of uncertainty, even when I do not know what tomorrow will bring, I can find ground beneath my feet right now. I can find my breath right now. I can find the present moment right now, and in this moment, I am okay. This does not mean denying reality or pretending that challenges do not exist. It means recognizing that you are more resourced than you think. It means remembering that you have survived every difficult day that has come before this one. It means trusting that you have within you a deep well of strength and resilience and wisdom that fear has been obscuring. When you soften, when you release the constant bracing against life, you actually become more capable of responding to whatever arises. You become more creative, more intuitive, more connected to your own inner knowing. Fear narrows your vision and constricts your options. Love expands your vision and opens doors you did not even know existed. So let us practice this together right now. Place one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. Feel the warmth of your own touch. Feel the rise and fall of your breath. And say these words, either aloud or silently, with as much gentleness as you can offer yourself. I am safe in this moment. My body is working to support me. I am held by love. You might not believe these words fully, and that is okay. You are not trying to convince yourself of something false. You are simply planting new seeds in the garden of your mind, seeds that will grow stronger each time you water them with your attention. You are reminding yourself of a truth that fear has been covering over. And with each repetition, with each moment of softening, the truth becomes a little more tangible, a little more real. One of the ways fear maintains its hold on us is through the need to control. When we are afraid, we grip tighter, we plan more, we try to anticipate every possible outcome and prepare for every potential disaster. We believe that if we can just think hard enough, work hard enough, manage carefully enough, we can prevent bad things from happening. But this is exhausting, and more importantly, it is impossible. Life is not controllable. Life is fluid and dynamic and constantly unfolding in ways we cannot predict. And the more we try to force it into the shape we think it should take, the more we suffer. The more we resist what is, the more pain we create for ourselves. Releasing fear means releasing the need to know exactly how everything will turn out. It means releasing the demand that life meet your expectations on your timeline. It means opening your hands and letting the river carry you instead of exhausting yourself trying to swim upstream. This does not mean becoming passive or giving up on your dreams or accepting situations that harm you. It means recognizing that there is a difference between inspired action and anxious control. Inspired action comes from a place of trust and alignment. It feels energizing even when it is challenging. Anxious control comes from a place of fear and contraction. It feels draining, heavy, relentless. You can learn to tell the difference by paying attention to your body. Does this choice make you feel more open or more tight? Does this action come from love or from fear? When you release the need to control outcomes, you create space for life to surprise you. You create space for opportunities you could not have planned for connections you could not have orchestrated, for solutions you could not have imagined. You allow yourself to be supported by the intelligence of the universe, by the flow of life itself. And you discover that you are not alone in this. You have never been alone. You are part of a vast web of connection, a field of energy and love that is always present, always available, always guiding you toward your highest good. Let me offer you some words to practice with, some gentle affirmations that can help redirect your mind when fear begins to rise. You do not need to say these mechanically or force yourself to believe them. Simply let them wash over you like warm water, softening the edges of your fear, creating small openings for love to enter. I release the need to control what I cannot control. I trust the process of my life. I am safe even in uncertainty. I choose, thoughts that nurture me. I am willing to see this differently. Love is my true nature, and I return to it now. You might notice as you work with these words, as you practice releasing fear, that the process is not linear. Some days you will feel expansive and free, and other days the old patterns will return with surprising intensity. This is normal. This is part of the journey. Releasing fear is not about reaching some permanent state of fearlessness. It is about developing a new relationship with fear, about learning to recognize it when it arises and gently redirect your attention back to love. It is about honoring the fact that you are human, that you are tender, that you are learning, and that transformation takes time. Be patient with yourself. Be so endlessly patient with yourself. You have been practicing fear for many years, perhaps for your entire life. You have well-worn neural pathways that default to anxiety and worry and worst-case scenarios. These pathways will not disappear overnight simply because you decide you want something different. But each time you notice fear arising and consciously choose to soften, to breathe, to redirect your thoughts toward love, you are creating new pathways. You are teaching your nervous system that it is safe to relax. You are showing your body that it can let go of the old armor. And over time, with consistent practice and tremendous self-compassion, the new pathways become stronger than the old ones. The pattern of love becomes more automatic than the pattern of fear. This transformation is not about forcing or fighting or fixing. It is about allowing. It is about creating the conditions in which old patterns can dissolve naturally, the way ice melts in the sun. You do not make ice melt by attacking it or being angry with it or demanding that it change. You simply introduce warmth and the melting happens on its own. The warmth you bring to this process is your awareness, your kindness, your willingness to see yourself clearly without judgment. Every time you notice fear and respond with gentleness instead of criticism, you are introducing warmth. Every time you speak to yourself the way you would speak to a beloved child who is scared, you are melting the ice. Resting in love's presence is not something you do once and then check off your list. It is not a destination you arrive at and then remain in forever. It is a practice, a returning, a constant choosing. Throughout your day, in the midst of whatever is happening, you can pause and ask yourself, am I resting in love right now, or am I caught in fear? And if you find that you are caught in fear, you can simply take a breath and choose again. You can place your hand on your heart and say, I am safe, I am loved, I return to love now. This becomes your anchor, your home base, the place you come back to again and again. In the morning, before you reach for your phone or begin the mental list of everything you need to do, you can take 3 deep breaths and set an intention to meet the day from a place of love rather than fear. You can say, today I choose thoughts that support me. Today I release the need to be perfect. Today I trust that I am enough exactly as I am. In the middle of the day, when anxiety begins to build or overwhelm threatens to take over, you can excuse yourself for a moment, step outside or into a quiet room and reset. You can feel your feet on the ground, and you can notice the sky. You can remember that you are part of something much larger than your immediate worries. And in the evening, as you prepare for sleep, you can take inventory of the moments you chose love over fear. You can acknowledge yourself for each small victory, each moment of softening, each time you redirected your thoughts. And you can release the moments you struggled, letting them go with forgiveness and understanding. This practice of returning to love, of resting in love's presence, is perhaps the most radical thing you can do in a world that constantly encourages fear. You are surrounded by messages telling you that you are not safe, that you need to worry, that danger is everywhere, that you must protect and defend and be constantly on guard. The news amplifies fear. Social media amplifies fear. Even well-meaning people in your life might encourage fear, thinking they are helping you be realistic or prepared. But you can choose differently. You can choose to be a person who rests in love even while acknowledging that life includes challenge. You can be both tender and strong, both open and boundaried, both trusting and wise. As you continue this journey of releasing fear and resting in love, you might find that other people notice the change in you. They might comment that you seem calmer, more peaceful, more grounded. They might be drawn to your presence in a new way. This is because love is magnetic. Love is healing not just for you, but for everyone around you. When you release your fear, you give others permission to release theirs. When you rest in love, you create a field of safety that others can feel. You become a living demonstration that another way is possible, that we do not have to live in constant anxiety and stress, that peace is available right now. There may also be people who are uncomfortable with your transformation. Fear sometimes masquerades as concern, and those who are still deeply identified with their own fear might try to pull you back into old patterns. They might question your new outlook or suggest that you are being naive or irresponsible. They might need you to stay afraid with them because your fear made them feel less alone in theirs. If this happens, meet it with compassion. Understand that their response is about their own journey, not about the validity of yours. You can love them and still choose differently. You can honor their path and still walk your own. You do not need anyone's permission to release fear and rest in love. This is your birthright, your natural state, your truth. I want to speak for a moment about the relationship between releasing fear and taking action in the world. Sometimes people misunderstand teachings about love and presence, thinking that they mean we should become passive or detached or unconcerned with the world's problems. But this is not what resting in love means. Resting in love means acting from a place of wisdom rather than reactivity. It means responding to what is needed with clarity and strength rather than being driven by anxiety and panic. When you are grounded in love, you are actually more effective in the world, not less. You can see situations more clearly. You can access your creativity and intuition. You can show up fully present for others because you are not consumed by your own fear. Releasing fear also does not mean never feeling afraid. Fear is a natural human emotion, and it can carry important information. If you are walking alone at night and you hear footsteps behind you, fear helps you become alert and take appropriate action. The fear we are releasing is different. It is the chronic, pervasive fear that has no direct object, the anxiety that colors everything, the sense that something bad is always about to happen, even when you are perfectly safe in the present moment. This kind of fear is not protective, it is depleting, and you have the power to release it. As you practice releasing fear and resting in love, you might discover layers you did not know were there. You might find fear buried under anger or hidden behind perfectionism or disguised as busyness. This is the work becoming deeper, and it is a sign of your growing awareness. Welcome each layer as it reveals itself. Do not judge yourself for having more to release. Celebrate the fact that you are seeing more clearly. Each layer you release brings you closer to the core of who you really are, to the love that has been waiting beneath all the protection and defense. You might also find that as you release fear, grief arises. This is natural and important. You are grieving the time you spent afraid, the opportunities you missed because fear held you back, the ways you made yourself small to stay safe. Let yourself feel this grief. Let yourself cry if tears come. Let yourself acknowledge the cost of living in fear. And then, with great tenderness, let yourself begin again. Let yourself step forward into this moment, into this breath, into this opportunity to choose love. You cannot change the past, but you can change how you meet this moment right now. And in changing this moment, you change everything. I invite you now to take a few moments of quiet. Let your eyes close if that feels comfortable, or soften your gaze if you prefer. Feel your body supported by whatever you are sitting or lying on. Feel the ground beneath you. Feel the air around you, and bring to mind one specific fear that has been weighing on you. Do not try to tackle every fear at once. Simply choose one, see it clearly, name it, and then say to it, "Thank you for trying to protect me. I release you now. I choose love. I choose trust. I choose to rest in the presence of love that is always here, always available, always holding me." Feel what shifts, even if the shift is subtle. Feel the small opening that occurs when you consciously choose to let go. You are not doing this alone. You are supported by the love that creates and sustains all of life. You are supported by your own inner wisdom, which knows the way home, even when your mind feels lost. You are supported by every person who has ever walked this path of releasing fear and choosing love. We are all connected in this great unfolding, this great returning to our true nature. And every step you take toward love, every moment you choose to soften and trust, sends ripples out into the world, touching lives you will never know, contributing to the collective healing that is so desperately needed. As we come toward the close of our time together, I want to remind you of what is true. You are safe. You are loved. You are enough exactly as you are in this moment. You do not need to be different or better or more healed to deserve love. You do not need to have released all your fear before you can rest in love's presence. Love is not a reward for getting it right. Love is the foundation, the starting point, the ground of your being. It has been with you since before you were born, and it will remain with you always. Fear may come and go like weather, passing through, but love is the sky itself, constant and unchanging. You have spent so much energy trying to protect yourself from pain, from disappointment, from loss. You have built walls and worn armor and kept yourself so carefully guarded, and I understand why. I honor the ways you have tried to keep yourself safe, but I also want you to know that you can lay down the armor now. You can open the door in the wall. You can let yourself be seen and known and loved exactly as you are. This does not mean you will never feel pain. Being human includes pain, but it also includes joy and connection and beauty and wonder and all the magnificent experiences that become available when you stop hiding behind fear. The invitation is always here, in every moment, to release what weighs you down and rest in what holds you up. You do not have to do this perfectly. You do not have to get it right. You simply have to be willing to try, to practice, to keep choosing love even when fear feels overwhelming. And over time, the choosing becomes easier. The love becomes more tangible. The fear becomes less solid, less convincing, less consuming. And you discover that you have access to a peace that does not depend on circumstances, a joy that is not contingent on everything going your way, a love that is your birthright and your home. So I invite you to go forward from this moment with the knowing that you are held, you are safe, you are loved beyond measure. Every breath you take is an affirmation of life's commitment to you. Every beat of your heart is love announcing itself. You are not separate from love. You are not outside of love. You are love itself, remembering who you have always been. And in that remembering, in that returning, in that gentle releasing of all that is not love, you find rest, you find peace, you find home. May you release fear with compassion and grace. May you rest in love's presence today and always. May you know deeply and completely that you are cherished, you are worthy, and you are never, ever alone.